We're not focusing on the specs because you can have two different guns that are with the same specs but feel and play completely different. So let's dive into my honest opinion of all guns available that you can get right now as a primary. Alright, let's start off with the Scar. It is a great gun. It's definitely OP for being a free gun that you get when you first start. Let's put it in B tier. Now B is pretty good. B is really good. In my opinion, B tier, everything on B tier is a great gun. A tier is amazing and S tier is ridiculously good. So B tier, the Scar. Okay, now let's go with Benelli or Benelli. I'm not a shotgun guy, like I said. Like I've told you guys so many times. Also pretty good for coming with a game, to be honest. So let's put it C tier. Next, the PKM. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hit the target, but I was able to. I don't know, it's not too crazy about this gun. See with the red dot. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but still, it's not a great gun. I know some people like it. It feels more like a chore, to be honest, to use it. Is it good? It's got 100 rounds. I don't like the PKM, too slow for me. But it's still a good gun, I see the value. So let's put it in D. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I'm not gonna use it, so stays in a D. Dragunov. Dragunov is a sniper. I don't use snipers. Some of you might like sniping. If you're into snipers, you probably put it a little bit higher than me, but it's still pretty good for what it is. Put it in a D. Now the AK-12. Also pretty good. Pretty accurate. Before buying it, I thought it was the worst gun, but it's not that bad. So put it next to Benelli. C tier. MP5. It's also pretty decent. MP5 is pretty good. I really like the MP5. I was surprised how good it is. Really like it. Not A tier. I'll put it in B tier. It's comparable to the Scar. Now the SKS. Let's put some rounds through it. See? Okay. Got pretty decent damage. But it does take... It takes some getting used to it. Let's try with the red dot. I mean, it is better, but still, just can't get used to it. If it was auto, I'd probably put it at a higher tier. I mean, it's a semi, but it is very powerful. I'm gonna give it a C. Sawed off. It's a fun shoot, gotta be honest. But it is the worst shotgun. Not gonna use it again though. I'm gonna put it D. Intervention. So slow to reload. The Intervention is the worst sniper. I'm gonna give it a straight F. Now the G36C. This is definitely the first gun you should buy if you're starting out Energy Assault. It's one of the best guns, to be honest. It's definitely a really good gun. A tier it is. Uzi. Yeah, I thought it was going to be worse than it is. It's one of the funnest gun here to play. Pretty accurate. Very accurate gun, to be honest. I don't know if I should give it a B. It's definitely one of the funnest guns to shoot, so give it an A. AK-47. It's the favorite in many games. Lots of people love the AK-47. I really like it too. I don't use it that much. I barely use it, to be honest, because there's some similar guns that I prefer. But because it's so good, I'll give it an A. Now the UNP. I use the hell out of the UNP. It's a really good gun, to be honest. It's not S tier. I think A tier. M240. It's the PKM. It's the paid version of the PKM. However, it feels more accurate, to be honest. Feels a little bit better. So let's bump it to a C tier. MP7, mighty MP7. This is a really good gun. So fast. Pretty accurate. Not from very far, but it is very accurate. If it had a longer magazine, I would definitely give it an S. But as it is, give it an A. Now my favorite semi-automatic shotgun, the Spaz. Now, I don't like any semis. So, that being said, Spaz is still pretty good. It would be a B tier or even an A tier if I like semi-automatic guns. But I'll put it in a C tier. Now the AWP, gotta say, it's pretty good for being a sniper. To be honest. I think it's pretty good. This is definitely an A if you like semi, but I don't like semi. Bring it down to a B. Now the Chris. It was S tier for a while, but they nerfed it. I mean, it's still very good, to be honest. I still like. Still really like using it, but some cases you gotta unload the whole magazine to get a kill. So let's put it B tier. L85. L85. Favorite among some people. So this is gonna be harsh. I'm not gonna rank it S tier. To be honest, I don't think it is. Accuracy is not that great, so especially from the distance, it's really good. To be honest, it's a really good gun. Let's put it as B. If you're on mobile, some of these ratings are going to be different, but if you're on a computer or a PC or Mac or whatever, this is what I'm rating at. Never played mobile. I might try one of these days. Who knows? Saiga. It is a shotgun. It's freaking amazing. Automatic, overpowered, OPAF. Saiga gets an S tier. Now the G3A4. I've been using the hell out of it too. I think it replaced some of my favorites. Really like this gun. It's like VSS, M4, and the AK-47 had a child. The G3A4. Definitely S tier. P90. One of my all-time favorites, P90. OP. Well, it's not OP, very low P. It's low P, but it's got a very large magazine. 50 rounds. Extremely accurate. You cannot put holographic or scope. Even then, for me, it's still an S tier. FAMAS. It's fun to use it. The sight that it comes with, it's horrible. Worst sights in the whole game. In every gun, this has the worst sights. But once you unlock the red dot, it's a pretty damn good gun. I think it's more comparable to the L85. Remember, B is still very good. All these are really good guns, but I just don't think it's an A. I think all these are better than the FAMAS, to be honest. Now the Honey Badger. It recently got nerfed, but it's such a good gun. So good to use, so fun, so accurate. It's like it locks into the target. That makes it an S tier to me. M4 used to be my favorite. I still really like the M4. An amazing gun. It's very powerful. The only problem I've had with it, to be honest, is I don't like the sound. It's an S tier for sure. AA-12, not much to say. It is super OP, 20 round magazine. It's a ridiculous gun. Some people prefer the Saiga. I prefer the AA-12 over the Saiga. So therefore, it's in the same tier. VSS used to be my favorite gun for a while. They ruined it. They nerfed the hell out of it. What can I say? They did buff it back up, but with a 10 round magazine, it's not a fun gun to use anymore. I mean, I want to give it a D, but after they buffed it, I think it's more of a C. Now the Taver. Okay, this is gonna be rough. I like the Taver. It is accurate, but it has like a weird jitter to it. So sometimes you hit the target right away. Sometimes it just jumps around. And I mean, I could blame it on myself, but nah, it's a Taver. It's an A tier. It's a really good gun, to be honest, but I don't think it's over an A. Okay, now M82, the best sniper gun, the best sniper rifle here. Crazy good, OP AF. Very sluggish though. I'll give it an A. Now the most expensive gun, XM8. The most expensive gun in the game. Some consider it to be the best gun. It's definitely up there. It feels like they nerfed it a bit, at least the precision, because sometimes it actually feels like it's avoiding the target. See what I mean? It's like the opposite of Honey Badger and P90. Still amazing though. But P90, G3A4, and Honey Badger M4, those are better than the XM8, to be honest, in my opinion. So what do you think? I don't think it's an S tier, to be honest. Let's give it an A. A tier. Probably pissing off some of you guys, but